Okay, so this is the newly launched iOS 18 and hold on, have a look. This is the home screen of Android 15 and iOS 18. This is Android 15's color picker and this is iOS 18 icon color picker. You can now place icons anywhere on the home screen.
Wait a minute!
I mean, who are you? Well, this was after a long time a very feature-rich iOS update. There's
Apple Intelligence, Apple Intelligence, Apple Intelligence, Apple Intelligence, Apple Intelligence,
macOS Sequoia, iPad calculator app, and there are 7 things that you need to know about WWDC 2024. And will your iPhone get the AI update? Because Apple never mentioned which iPhones will get the Apple Intelligence update, right? Right. Now, before we begin, this is iOS 18 developer installed on iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, this is a developer update, so it's not meant for normal people. You'll get beta updates somewhere in June and July, and the final iOS 18 update will come in October, November. Oh, sorry.
this fall.
Fall. So iOS 18 will be coming to these iPhones up until iPhone 10R. iPhone 10 is dropped this year. First of all, you can now move apps on the home screen, place it anywhere on the home screen. I mean, if you're an Android user, listen to this with patience. It's all new feature, okay? You can even now change app icon colors. It can be light, dark, or pick up a color of your choice, or even pick up a color from the wallpaper. And honestly, frankly, this doesn't look good. You can also now long press any app and set app lock. Like if I want to lock Instagram, so I just long press and select lock with Face ID. Now every time I open Instagram, it asks Face ID. And not just face unlock, you can even hide the app. See, it asks you to hide and require Face ID once you tap on it. So now if I hide Instagram, it will not be available on the home screen or even in the app list. At the bottom, you will see a hidden apps folder. And this has to be unlocked via Face ID, and now you can see the hidden app. Previously in iPhone, only selected apps like WhatsApp and banking apps could use Face ID, but now every app can be individually locked using Face ID. Plus, I like this one. You can have multiple control centers now. You can swipe once to get music controls, swipe another time to get home controls. You can even add more controls in the control center. You can resize controls, make it bigger. And this is the best. You can now customize the controls on your lock screen. Like I can directly open QR code scanner from here, so I can directly pay via UPI. Or I can set up a Siri shortcut that triggers Google Assistant, and now I can map it to the action button. So now when I press the action button, hey Google, is Siri better than you?
It's hard to compare. We're like apples and oranges. Because Siri works for Apple and I like oranges.
That's why you don't give too much customizations. Another major revamp is the Photos app. Like now, even the photo preview is now rounded corners, much more aesthetic. And now if you swipe up from the photos, you can basically access all your albums, libraries. Photos are now categorized based on people's faces, and it also highlights your best photos, your memories, and this one's good. You now have wallpaper suggestions from your photos. Like this is properly edited, set up. Nice. This is good. Another major update was iPad OS 18. Finally, iPad after 18 generation of updates has calculator. And when Apple does it different. And I'm not kidding. First of all, the calculator app is well laid out, but now you can use the Apple Pencil and there is a new thing called Maths Notes. You can write your problems with the pen and it will automatically give the answer in real time. You can change the number and the answer keeps updating in real time. And here's the best part. You can draw complex problems of projectile motion. Suppose in table tennis how high the ball went. It tells you the answer. I mean, they made the calculator app a maths notebook. Like, kudos to Apple for that. The calculator app really blew me off. There's also Smart Script, which understands your handwriting on the iPad. It automatically enhances it. I believe Apple Pencil is anyways goated, so it will make the iPad better. And you subscribe to TechWiser will make us better. The team worked very hard overnight to get this video to you in the morning. So if you're watching, subscribe for that. Hashtag Team TechWiser. Now, before we get to Apple Intelligence or AI, there was also new Mac OS launched. Mac OS Sequoia is the new name, and it finally brings the option to stack up 4 windows side by side. Like, yeah. Now you can also mirror your iPhone on Mac OS and do every phone task. Open iOS apps on Mac. Previously, if you remember, Apple took away the option to install iOS apps on Mac, and this could in some way be a workaround to use iOS apps on MacBook. Also, your iPhone can be completely rested while you are still using iOS apps on Mac. It's like a secondary iPhone that is wirelessly working on your MacBook. Hello. UI. Another major section given to WWDC this year is AI. I mean, Apple is late to the AI party. Samsung and Google already has a huge lead, but the launches here were very interesting. First of all, Siri is now completely changed. Now when you address Siri, it creates a gradient border on the iPhone. Looks pretty cool. Siri can now proofread whatever you write inside apps. It can even change the tonality of your text. It can also do basic AI stuff like generating images, generating text based on prompt. But this was the most fascinating part. Siri can now interact with other apps based on your behalf. Like, I can ask Siri to tell me what flight my mom is coming on. I can even ask it to tell me the time it will take to reach the airport. Also, I can ask it to reply back to my mom my location. And this is without opening any app. It's like Siri is now a personal assistant for you who can use the phone for you on your behalf, like do your heavy work, just like your younger brother who brings water for you. No, thank you. But all these features will come around October to November, so as of now, we'll just have to wait and watch. Now, another major highlight of this event was privacy. In other Android manufacturers except Xiaomi, all AI processing is done on cloud. But Apple here made a point to note out that all AI processing will happen on the device. However, here's the catch. This will only work on iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. Only Apple A17 Pro supports on-device AI processing. And worst of all, this huge Apple Intelligence update might only be for 2 iPhones. Although Apple Intelligence is free, but this is a way to push people to buy Pro iPhones or the upcoming iPhone 16. Like, come on, Apple. Now, Apple didn't make it clear what language model Apple is using for Siri and everything in the backend. We covered in our upcoming series that ChatGPT might be behind this Siri. There was nothing solid from Apple on this WWDC, but Apple did announce that when Siri cannot find the information you asked for, it will ask ChatGPT. Now, Siri will ask your permission first, and you don't need to have a ChatGPT account in order to use this. You can also pick up images and ask ChatGPT via Siri questions about the images, and this entire thing is working on ChatGPT 4o. In case you don't know, ChatGPT 4o is not entirely free, but via Siri you can use it completely free. This collaboration seems good. I want to see how Google responds to this on Android. Anyways, all of this is coming in October, November or fall. Last but not the least, Apple also announced a new app called Image Playground. In simple words, you can just write and ask the app to generate images for you, pretty much like DALL-E 2 or Midjourney. But this Image Playground app will be available throughout your MacBook, iPad and iPhone, and in every single app. Plus, this can also create custom images for you based on your friend's photos. So now your happy birthday wishes to your crush will be much more personalized. Again, this app is also coming this fall. Now, overall, I found this WWDC to be feature-rich. Also, Apple killed a bunch of apps with their new announcement. Like, finally, iPhone has call recording, so Rev Call is dead. Also, they introduced Apple Password, which can sync all your Wi-Fi, website, app passwords across Apple ecosystem. So, LastPass is done. And they got the option to share a limited number of contacts with an app, so Truecaller might not be happy with that. But anyways, this iOS 18, I could see iPhone getting more open, more customization options and adopting more features from other smartphones. And now, when Apple has jumped the AI race, one thing is for sure, AI is not going anywhere. And let me know if you will upgrade to an iPhone 15, 15 Pro Max or the upcoming iPhone 16 series just for the Apple Intelligence or AI features. On that note, this is Pradeep signing off. Like the video, this took a lot of effort, and I'll see you in the next one. Pew, pew, pew.